Previously on Use Your Imagination. And as you watch her fall, he's just laughing. And he looks over to you, Hattie, and he sees the look on your face and is just ecstatic. The tower's falling down again. It's Teth's turn to make a death saving throw.
A 9. Nat 20.
The other three of you watch as your friend takes Dougal in her jaws and destroys him beyond all life. Dougal's down.
A tower's hard to knock down when it has a strong foundation.
I don't care about a fucking prophecy. I don't care about whatever destiny has been laid out for me. You can't. No one can make me. I won't do it again. I won't do it again. I don't care if the Raven Queen her fucking self comes down and grabs me. I'm gonna run. I'll leave. I don't care. I'm not gonna do this again. I can't. I'm sorry.
You didn't realize it when it was there, when it was just existing. But there was this connection that each of you had to one another. And Teth's seen this connection in the strings. All of your strings tangled together, bound to one another. And you feel, three of you who are staying, you feel hers untangle. And you see movement, this force pushing against the dirt. And in just a few seconds more, a hand pushes from the ground, reaching up into life. Sing along if you know the words. We've said them before, after all. Your time leading here was simple. A journey far from home to solve the mysteries that had never been solved. An expedition of sorts, on your way into the northern reaches of Winterflower. It was a long and cold journey, one that took you through the Celestial Valley, a series of rolling hills of snow that glitter like stars at night. On your way, you found yourself seeking solace in a tower, which stood just against the Snowdrop Peak mountain range to the east. The building itself was rather simple from the outside, except for the glowing orange dome of warmth which encapsulated the property. Clearly the work of a spark crystal of some kind. You venture inside, the door pushing open rather easily on its own. You barely make it into the foyer before you notice something is wrong. A static picks up in the back of your mind, and it becomes hard to think, hard to breathe, hard to move, hard to do anything besides just stand there. The torchlight lining the walls begins to flicker out. The darkness sets in, the static grows stronger, and you're screaming at yourself to move, to do anything. And then you see it. A humanoid form, skin as pale as death itself, leather armor spattered in blood, a greatsword held to the side, rusted and painted with gore. They approach slowly, their movements sloppy and uncoordinated. It only takes a few more seconds to see something else. Just above this figure, you see a face. A crescent moon smile and perfectly round white eyes. A cloak of stars. Their skin is just noise and chaos. Bright red threads trail from their fingers down to where they're tied to the joints of the smaller figure. The static gets worse, more intense. The darkness around you tightens until all you can see is the monster in front of you. Move. Move. Just snap out of it. You had so much you wanted to do with your life. This can't be it. But the longer it goes on, it really does seem like this is it. No matter how much you plead with your arms and legs, nothing happens. Your mind is stuck in a gridlock and you can't look away. You can't comprehend anything except acceptance and understanding that this is the end and you don't have a choice. And then there's nothing but darkness. It's dark for a long time, a very long time of just nothing. Just the absence of life itself. You were right. Every instinct that told you it was over was right. You're done. You're gone. Stuck in a floating, dark, endless abyss. And then there's a light. No, not a light. A white porcelain mask. The cawing of a raven. And then you're grounded. The endless abyss isn't so endless anymore. A floor forms beneath you like a sea made of a mirror. You look up and the porcelain mask just looks down upon you and feathers begin falling like snow. The threads extend strung around you like party streamers and colors that sometimes elude your knowledge of the natural world. An inkling in your mind tells you that you've been given a choice this time. A chance to fight back. As you begin trying to move, threads do as well. They curl around your joints to keep you down, to stop you from moving, to make the fight harder. And do they ever? Every thread that grabs you pulls and pulls and pulls, so you pull even harder. And every step you take, you get closer and closer to the mask which hovers as overseer. The threads tear and you run as fast as you can until you reach the mask. You stare up at it. It stares back at you. More threads descend, but this time, they're not here as an obstacle. They wrap around one of your hands. One of them is a light blue. The next, a brilliant gold. The last, a deep purple. A fourth one comes to meet your chest, a bright, vibrant red. And you grab onto these threads and you pull with every ounce of your strength. And then it releases. The whole of that darkness dissipates. Before you, now not shrouded in shadow, is the towering woman wearing the mask. Pale skin, pinned straight black hair so long it touches the floor, a black dress with a trim of gray and red, a golden crown hovering over her head. She nods, and the floor shatters beneath you like the mirror it was, sending you tumbling through the light. And then it's dark again, and then you can breathe. Or you could, if you weren't buried under the dirt of a shallow grave. So you begin pushing once again to get out, and your arm feels the warmth of life. It turns out, your first end wasn't your last. So then, we cut to Hattie, Lezeth, and Kai. The three of you are essentially packing up when you all look over to the area of the courtyard where the bodies would have been buried, and you see a hand pushing out from the earth. From here, it doesn't look like a hand that would belong to a dead body that's been buried for months. And then you remember it was the same for each of you when you woke up. Your memories told you that you had been hurt, but you had been restored when you were brought back. And then there's this other feeling. Similar to when Teth's connection was cut. You feel a new one forming. Someone else joining the Tangle. What are you doing?
Help them.
Yeah, Kai runs
ding,
over and he grabs this person's hand and just starts pulling. And he turns to the other girls and he says, could you guys give me help? This is quite a lot of dirt on top of them.
Hattie is like scooping dirt.
Oh man, I don't think I have a spell or anything that would like move this dirt.
I don't think I do either.
Oh shit! I haven't looked at my spells in so long.
I know. Can I make a strength roll?
Ooh, I can do something. Enhance ability.
Oh, sick.
Oh,
okay.
I have that too. I was about to.
Okay.
So I'll give you Bull's strength, and you have advantage on strength checks.
All right. So my strength. That's good because my strength is +0. So let's see. All right. That is a 15 +0.
Okay, yeah, that breaks them loose of the ground. And you begin pulling just like a whole human being out of the ground. So with this, I think it's time that we introduce our newest player. Today we are very excited to welcome Roshni to the podcast, who's going to be joining us for the next, hopefully, the rest of the campaign. So I'll let her go ahead and introduce herself and then give us a description of her character. So we'll go with what we did at the beginning of the podcast, name, pronouns, and any social media or anything like that you want to include.
Righty. Yay. Hello. I'm Roshni. I use she, her pronouns. And as of right now, I have no, public social media, but hopefully I will soon. Just to start with. But jumping back into it. So, as you pull me out of the ground, you see a rather short elf, and she has green eyes and very fair skin, but you see kind of glints of silver shining through, and long red hair braided with braids in it. And you see a little black flower in her hair that seems to just kind of exist. It seems to always be alive. It's not a plastic flower, but there's something not real about it.
All right.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hi. You doing all right?
I mean, considering I just came out of the dirt, I think so. Who are you?
I am Kai Fiendssong, and these are my. Well, I guess not really. Well, it's not like I'm the leader or anything, although that would be pretty neat. I mean, if anyone has the shit together, it would be Hattie. But these are my friends, and I'll let them speak for themselves.
I'm Hattie Mallory, by the way.
I'm Lezeth.
And that's our friend Teth in the carrot.
Oh,
Is
I forgot
still a cat?
No, I had to drop the cat form to cast the spell.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
I forgot that I'm still technically playing Teth. So she's in the cart, but she kind of waves, and she says thank you for taking my spot. Appreciate it.
So, okay, let me get this right. Kai, not the leader.
No.
Hattie, Lezeth, and Teth.
Yeah.
Thank you for pulling me out of a grave. What am I doing here? My name is Levi.
Levi. Okay. Can we get a spelling on that?
Levi.
Ah, okay.
Levi.
Levi. Okay, I heard a W sound in there. I'm assuming that you have gone through something similar to us. Dead and then not dead. I do so apologize. It seems that we were the ones that buried you. I was not expecting you guys to wake up. Hopefully, that does not happen again.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. I don't know if you buried me alive. I don't know how to feel about that now.
Oh, no, we were dead when we found you. You were definitely not alive when we buried you.
Are you sure?
We also died and then did not die, and when we woke up, we decided to give everyone else that did not have the great opportunity to get a second chance. We were like, let's not leave them rotting on the floor. We buried you.
Does this sort of thing happen often to you guys?
This is the second. Yes, this is the second time that we've seen someone get revived, but I'm hoping to not make it a normal activity.
Yeah, that would be an interesting pastime.
Yeah.
Absolutely nailing this introduction.
But yes, it seems that the four of us are in service to the Raven Queen, and I actually am very vague on the vision that Lezeth had, but we are trying to stop some sort of certain doom.
There's a prophecy.
Okay, now that hold on. So I died, but I'm not dead, and now there's a prophecy.
You died, but the Raven Queen brought you back.
Okay, I don't know her.
I didn't either.
No.
Yes, this is
like she's a friend you go get lunch with. I don't know her.
I only talked with the Wild Mother before this happened.
Yeah, I'm I guess newly practicing. Well, not newly. I was non-practicing for a little bit, but now I am newly practicing again. I am a cleric under the watchful eye of Corellin, but he does not seem to have a problem with me doing stuff for the Raven Queen. So that's, I guess, kind of a sweet gig if you think about it, since I am now no longer dead.
You guys really seem to attract certain doom.
Well,
this is
yes.
true.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was making my way through the valley when stopped for a little rest and woke up to being torn apart. So I suppose it's not been an all bad day since I came back.
Well,
It has been longer than a day.
Longer than a day.
Oh, how long was I out?
Maybe
A month
A few
or so?
months. I think
Couple
it was
of
more than
months.
a month.
Yeah,
A
a few
couple,
months.
two or 3 months. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
months.
maybe on the longer end of 2.
Yeah.
At this point, I look down at my body and am I decomposing anywhere?
You are perfectly fine. No injuries. No sign of anything. Like
Interesting.
nothing ever happened.
Wow. I mean, I guess I got a good nap in.
Yeah, I would say so.
I guess that's what you call that.
Where were you headed before you died?
I actually was headed to look for the rifts in winter flower as part of my work. So I come from Fall
Really?
Witch.
Well, aren't we searching for a rift, or one that hasn't been found at least?
Well, I am kind of, I guess, on a solo adventure a little bit, but with recent developments, I think it might be time to turn back.
Well, I guess if you'd like it, I guess we agreed on going back to Delmount. You could come with us. I could, well, I guess it's a long way, but if you want to have a place to clean up a little bit and get back on your feet, my door is open. But it seems like we might be called to do stuff together for the time being. So you might want to cancel the rest of your plans.
Oh. I mean, on one hand, you did just pull me out of a grave. On the other hand, I think we've established your certain attraction to doom. So, I mean, I wasn't doing anything else. I guess I'll come along. I do need to clean up. This has been an interesting couple months. I need to figure out what I missed.
Yep.
So if that's okay with everyone, I think I will join for now.
All right.
Perfectly fine.
Yep. So I guess with that, Kai's gonna start loading up into the cart with Teth.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, when Teth leaves, we're not gonna have a cart anymore. We're just gonna have a horse.
Well, I'm pretty sure you bought one of the horses at least.
Isn't she the one that had the cloak of many items?
Oh shoot.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm gonna let you just take it from her, because,
We need it more. She knows that.
Yeah.
because Corinne did tell me that we could do whatever we wanted with Teth.
Okay. I'm sure that she, at this point, would just be, like, eager to get back onto the open ocean or something, or, like, whatever.
Need a horse patch in the middle of the ocean.
No.
Yeah, so she, and I mean, how much did we use the robe of useful items?
Not very much. I
What
can
if we
tell you that
forget about it?
right now.
All
So
the time.
I guess I will take the robe of useful items.
Okay.
And I will also not remember to use it.
Awesome. Sounds on brand. Okay, so y'all are packing up to head off to Delmount?
Yep.
Okay, so that's about a week's long journey back. And I think there's this moment on the road where, Hattie, I think you would be the one most likely to think of this or realize this in the moment. You, Lezeth, Kai, and Teth were all a part of a prophecy that had been foretold many years before, and now a person who is the subject of that prophecy just effectively opted out of it. And I think you realize, or it dawns on you, that you don't actually know what her departure means for the prophecy. And there's this feeling of unease. And you reach for your notebook and you flip to the page where you wrote it down for the first time.
Yeah.
And you go line by line. When fates converge at the same time, new ones will be written. When the druid falls, the future will awaken. When the healer falls, the pardon will rise. when the haunted falls, the codex will stir. Your line, Lezeth's line, and Kai's line are all the same. And then you get to the line that would be about Teth. It's not there anymore. You wrote it down, but it's not there anymore. Instead, you see the following line. When the explorer falls, the connections will emerge. This wasn't in the book. You don't remember writing this. In fact, you didn't write this, but it's in your handwriting, in your notebook. And then you feel it, the air around you, rife and buzzing with change, as if this new line was pulled from a reality where this was the prophecy, where Levi was the person who traveled with you, where Teth was never your friend, a place that is not this one. Teth changed the world when she willed herself out of the foretold, and now you're dealing with the consequences.
Hattie is just just staring at the journal, just like, oh boy. Oh no.
What?
Oh
no,
god.
what?
So many things. I have no idea what this is gonna affect. Oh god, Ayun. Oh no. And then I'm showing them the journal and I'm like, I didn't write this.
Is Teth still in the cart, or did she just disappear suddenly? Because that would be.
No,
sick.
she's still there.
Okay.
You guys haven't gotten to Delmount quite yet.
Hattie's just looking at Teth with a great reverence, I think you might have actually changed fate.
Sick. That's pretty chill.
And then, okay, so as this is kind of all dawning on everybody, you get a message from Elysia. What did you chuckleheads do? I swear I leave people alone for 5 minutes, and they somehow change the fabric of space and time. What happened? The prophecy changed. How did you do that? Because I know it wasn't anything we did on our end.
And I can respond back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. You
Well, we killed Dougal, but Teth happened. So,
What a
yeah.
nice explanation.
Oh, well, great. I don't know what that means, but I'm glad that Dougal's dead, but I don't know what that means.
Well, I can. Oh god, I can send a message.
I guess we can just explain it to her when we get back.
Are they writing in the journal?
No, I don't have
a message
journal to her.
spell.
Okay.
I can send one back, so I'm gonna send a message back and say, well, Teth sort of didn't want to be a part of this anymore, and I think that changed everything. Yeah, we still aren't sure. Talk more later.
Well, great. I have that to look forward to.
Who's the journal connected to again?
Craven.
Craven.
I have it. I should
Forgot who it was
probably
connected to.
write to Craven that Dougal is also dead at this point.
Okay.
What
Wait
was the,
a minute. Wait a minute. Are we two down? Because we got. Oh my god! Wait. And Kai's he looks like his brain is cramping. And
Well, technically, you're 3 down.
wait, no way. Are we 3 down? We've gotten.
Elias Fry was dead before you woke up.
Yes.
Technically.
And then
Craven defected, and now Dougal is dead.
So does that mean we have 4 to go, right?
Well, the Twin Devils are 2 people.
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say they're
5. Okay. But I'm counting them as one person for my well-being emotionally.
Okay. Cool.
As they're having this conversation, I obviously do not understand what's going on. I look over.
Oh.
More impending doom?
Possibly.
Yes.
We're not sure.
How do you not know if you have impending doom?
Well, it is impending, but we're not sure when it's impending. So at this point, we're choosing to ignore it.
Oh, okay. So a future you problem.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
When in the future, I'm not sure. It could be tomorrow. It could be 2 years from now. Oh, actually, 2 years from now does seem pretty depressing. I don't want to be doing this for 2 whole years.
Ooh.
Hopefully not tomorrow, though. We'll see. Oh, we should probably catch her up to speed
Yeah.
on everything.
Maybe I could just like hand her my journal, and she could just read at like her leisure. You know,
Yeah.
I got like detailed notes on all the people we're after and what's been going on and where everyone is and that sort of thing.
Yes. For the podcast listeners, just re-listen to the first 13 episodes of the podcast.
Yes.
And make sure to retweet the episodes of the podcast and talk about how much we love them online. That will be the effect. And then Roshni, we can discuss what's happened later. But
It's in the master post for the
Oh,
potential
true.
players. So
Yeah.
just read
okay.
through that. But yeah, go listen to the podcast.
Go listen to the podcast,
Yeah,
guys.
go listen.
Go share the
listen again.
podcast.
It's so good. I feel like that's kind of redundant actually, because obviously if you're listening to this episode, you should have listened to the other 13. And if you haven't,
Obviously.
I'm
so
so
you're very
sorry.
confused if you
Yes.
haven't.
You
Yeah.
must be very confused.
Levi's also very confused, so.
It's immersive.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
audience gets to be
Yes.
immersed.
Audience
And just as
immersion.
confused.
I didn't think Levi should know what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that it can be easily like just explained we'll fade to black and everyone now knows what's going on. Oh, that's probably not gonna work. Because then how could you play someone who knows what's going on when you yourself don't know what's going on? Oh, gosh, how should I do this? Because my notes are really shitty. Not gonna lie.
Well, we woke up, we left, we figured out we were part of a prophecy, which I just showed, and you heard, actually, in real life. But, and so we went to tell them out, we found some stuff out about the Dead Dust. We found that was connected to this group called the Generals of Undeath, who supposedly from the prophecy we're supposed to be stopping. And we met one of them who has defected. One of them's already died, and we just killed one in the tower we were just in. And now we're trying to go kill the rest. So.
And now everyone knows what's happening.
Yeah.
Yay!
And
You should still go listen to the podcast.
Still go listen to the podcast.
Still go listen to the podcast.
Do we want to do like fun, campy, like camping before we get to Downmount, or do we just want to time skip to when we're there?
Well, okay, I was gonna time skip, but if you guys want to do camping, I'd be more than happy to let you decide to camp.
I do want to know more about our new friend.
Oh yeah.
I think we could have some fun ghost stories.
Tell us your entire backstory right now. I want to know everything about you. Yeah, we can do fun camping and ghost stories.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that real quick, and then you'll be in Delmount afterwards.
Yeah.
This is only a week of travel, so
Yeah.
don't go overboard.
Also, we have pets.
That
If you
yeah.
like pets, we have a goat named Humphrey and a bird named Parsley.
Ooh.
And I have a mouse named Squeaks who is currently residing with my friend because I did not think that a hard traveling life would suit a mouse very well.
Yeah, and they have a team mascot that's a goat owl that is at daycare right now.
Oh yeah.
Your goat owl's at daycare?
Yes,
And its name is Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
His name is Jeffrey.
Jeff?
Jeffrey the Oat.
We actually rescued him from that tower that we just left. Because
Yeah.
the
Oh.
Elias Fry, who was part of the Generals of Undeath, resided in that tower, and was doing experiments on animals and trying to create chimera and other
His
such.
code name was Chimera for a reason.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't think Jeffrey would survive on his own in the wild, so we took him to a temple of the Wild Mother, and he's being cared for there.
He's a good boy. He's got a bright future ahead of him. We're saving up to send him to Goat Owl College.
That's what this is. Everything, all of this. That's what it's for.
Yes.
For our little goat
For
Oh
owl.
boy.
For our boy.
I just want a sticker that just says "Our boy" with Jeffrey on it now.
Aw, yeah.
That would be cute. Or pink.
Oh, I want to make that now. Yeah. So we're just all camping. Humphrey's
Yeah,
eating some
I mean-
grass. You know.
Someone was teaching us how to do
I was
cross
like cross stitching, like
stitch.
sewing and stuff.
I'm gonna take out another block of wood and start carving.
Ooh.
Craft circle time again with the new
Craft circle
one.
time.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how to so Rosh or not Roshni? What am I saying? Sorry.
Who's
I'm not
that?
used to this yet.
We're in GD.
Do you know how to sew or anything, Levi?
Do I know how to sew? No, but I would like to learn.
By all means, and I hand out some more needles and thread. And I'm probably working on another patch of my quilt blanket.
Yeah. I'm sure Kai tried to pick it up. He has maybe 7 thimbles on his hands because he keeps poking himself. And I don't know what he's working on yet. Oh, I do have an idea what he's working on. He is cross-stitching a very poor image of a woman with dark hair and a bun. But it is so bad that is all you can tell what it is. And there's strings sticking out everywhere and maybe a little blood on it because he's very bad at this.
I was gonna make you roll to see how good it was, but you just set a trap for yourself and let yourself trip into it.
Yeah.
So I'll let you decide.
I'm sure he'll get better with time, but unless
yeah.
I think I was cross-stitching 2 episodes ago, and if I said I was good at it, I'm retconning it now. I'm not good at it.
Maybe you were good just because it's the beginner stuff, but now you're turning it a little harder.
Oh yeah, I was in the beginning cross-stitching a bee and a flower, and now I'm trying to cross-stitch a person, and the proportions are off, and the lips are pointing out too much, and they're too close to the nose, and the eyes on the side of the head like a fish.
I mean, as Levi gets handed this stuff, I like to think that she drops all of it just on the floor. And then as she's picking it up, there's just thread unraveling, and she's very lost. And she tries to go poke the needle into something so that she wouldn't lose it, and ends up putting it on her in her thigh, because of course she does. And then she just looks up helplessly. She's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Hattie's just like, stop. No, that's not. You're getting the strings dirty. Just let me help you. I'm half doing it for them, but also trying to show them how to do it while also trying to work on my project.
Can I have another thimble? Please.
Kai, I said I'm out of thimbles. I'm so sorry, but you've taken them all.
Why would you get a whole set? I feel like I would be doing so much better if I wasn't constantly stabbing my index finger. I liked wood carving better. This is hard.
As he flashes back to him face planting in the snow trying to get a stick.
Oh yeah.
Teth's just like an idiot savant at sewing. just like perfect at it, like somehow, like with she already like did a pillow and
Yeah.
before. So I'm just like, okay, I'll focus on you, Levi. Just.
I think also Levi's trying really, really hard to make this work. But I think she's failing miserably.
Oh.
Until no, that was a lie. No, she's failing miserably.
I reach over and tap her on the shoulder and cast Cat's Grace.
Oh.
Advantage on dexterity checks. Just because I can't bear to watch it anymore.
I feel like I need to roll for it. See how well I did.
Yeah. So I don't have a DC set for this. I rolled a D20 just to have, sure, why not? Let's say beat a 12 and you'll be
Okay.
fine.
Still something you can recognize.
I rolled 8.
Oh. Well, almost.
Advantage?
Here, I've been helping her.
Yeah, I
See
was
how
just saying
well
with
I roll.
advantage because of the enhance ability that I did.
Ooh, right. Okay. Forgot about that. And now I rolled a 3.
Oh,
no!
okay.
Never
I rolled a
mind.
14. I know what you're trying to do, but you're just not doing it right. Huh?
Oh no.
Well, we'll work on it. Don't worry.
Okay. And then I go back to just helplessly looking at the threads.
So, as we're like sewing and knitting and stuff or whatever, Levi, your story, I guess. I don't know. We don't really know much about you right now, but you also probably don't know much about us. But
Other than she's terrible at sewing.
yeah.
We have no idea.
Why were you
I
traveling to
mean,
begin with? And looking for
It was
rifts?
a part of my training for. I want y'all to know that I had a whole page of notes I have very promptly lost very recently.
Oh, no.
So today we're going to say very nicely, I don't make it a point to tell people who are killing me and burying me alive my entire life story.
We didn't kill you.
Why are you
We did not bury you alive either. I would like to make that clear. I took an oath of do no harm. I would never bury someone alive unless they assured me that it would not kill them, like an assisted death type of thing. But in that case, I would go for a less violent and traumatizing option. You were already dead, but don't worry, we killed the thing that killed you, so you should be thanking us. But
Levi very nicely and looks over and narrows her eyes. She's like,
Do you remember
I-
how you died?
I was asleep, and when I came to, there was something looking into me. So, I do remember pain and talent and blood. But that's all. And then I woke up and something kind of interesting happened. I don't know. I guess I felt like I was being pulled back almost, which is interesting. I also make it a point not to die and come back to life very often. So, don't have much to compare the experience to. Anyway, how long have you guys known each other?
2 to 3 months.
Ever since we died in came back. Before that, neither of us knew each other at all.
I guess dying and coming back is a little bit of bonding experience.
That and being named in a prophecy that was written years ago.
Years ago, yeah.
About this prophecy, it changed recently?
Yep.
Yes.
It once part of it referred to Teth, and now it seems that it refers to you.
Me?
Yes. Hattie, you had it written down, right?
Yes. I pull my journal over and I point at the different line.
What does it say again? I didn't quite catch the last bit.
Something about.
When the explorer falls, the connections, something,
Will emerge.
will emerge. That's what it was.
So was I brought back for this prophecy?
Well,
It would
it's
appear so.
Hopefully fitting for the moment.
Yes. Teth sort of decided that she didn't want to be a part of the prophecy anymore, didn't want to be a part of our group and what we had to face with the Generals of Undeath. And she left, and once she made that decision, you sort of popped up out of the ground.
That's convenient.
Very.
Yeah, I would say so.
Gods are at work. They could do anything, you know.
I guess you're stuck with me longer than you planned to be then.
Yeah. I guess you could also consider being stuck with us. But we'll try to be pleasant. Maybe we could get brunch together, like off the clock. That
When
would
are we
be.
ever going to be off the clock?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Brunch!
We did it before.
I love how unsure of that you sounded. You can find a bed and breakfast in Delmont.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We could go to. Oh shoot! What did we name the bar that's next to Kai's little operation?
Oh lord.
No idea.
Hold on.
It was in the snow blind beholder.
Oh yeah.
The blind beholder.
But I don't think they
Seems
do brunch
fitting.
anymore.
Oh. Why not?
Well, okay. Well, I don't even know if they did brunch in the first place, because I actually was a ward of the woman who owned it in the first place, and to be honest, it has kind of like gone downhill. But it's just like like bar food, like potato skins, hot wings, casual IPAs, maybe a cider.
Winks sound fun.
Wings, okay.
Hot wings.
Fantasy hot wings, fantasy Buffalo Wild Wings. But yeah, I guess instead of brunch, we can go get wings. They do have they have a pretty good blue cheese considering the location. So.
Hey, maybe I'll actually get good at sewing.
We can work on it on the way.
You can always try wood carving. I have all kinds of tools, and I think it's a lot more relaxing than a thread and needle.
I did wood carving once.
How did it go?
I
have it.
I fell on my face trying to get a stick for the wood carving.
That sounds so sad.
That sounds almost more dangerous than sewing.
You would think so. However, I never found myself requiring the use of thimbles when I was wood carving.
You might have needed them, though, to be honest.
True, I did end up cutting a nail a little shorter than I wanted to, by accident.
I mean, it sounds like I'm picking up a lot of new crafts today.
It's true.
You know what? Let's try wood carving.
Okay.
And then I get up and I roll my sleeves up and I kind of stand with my feet shoulder width apart and I look like I'm ready to fight someone.
I just nod, reach into my bag, pull out a little block of wood, hand it over, and pull out an extra little thin carving knife, hand it over.
Oh, you better roll good on this because I am gonna make you take damage.
No.
I'm gonna make you accidentally stab yourself.
Depends on how well you are with a knife.
Ooh,
Yeah, are you good with weapons?
I'm good with daggers.
That'll help.
That's similar.
Very similar.
Okay, what am I rolling?
Okay, so since you're good with knives to a certain extent, I'll let you roll, let's say dexterity, with advantage.
Okay. No. Okay, a 20. I got a 20 the second time.
Okay, yeah. Alright, it's incredible how good you are at this. For a first try.
I just expertly craft a little bird out of the wood.
Okay.
Interesting,
I'm gonna
because
quietly.
what Lezeth is making is the same flower that is in your hair.
Oh my god, that's cute!
No!
That's what I decided she was going to craft from the beginning.
Alright,
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna
so cute.
That's really
quietly
precious.
put away the D4 that I got out.
Oh, we're having bonding
time.
Wow.
I wish I had a fun skill to give Kai, but all he's good at is healing people.
Well,
I-
that's still pretty good, though.
Depending on how she did with the wood carving, that might have come in handy.
That's true.
Just like dies wood carving. That's my legacy.
Yeah. And then we have to like walk back to the tower and make sure that the next person that like revives is in dirt.
You just have a graveyard full of people to choose from. Every time someone dies, you go back
Yeah.
there. Like, who's it gonna be now?
Yeah.
Y'all can initiate her by taking her to the tattoo shop.
Oh my gosh, remember?
Oh, hell yes!
Oh yeah, we all got tattoos a couple of episodes ago.
At the beginning of the campaign, not a
I
couple
forgot
episodes
what
ago.
my tattoo was.
You got a
I need
sun
to see
tattoo,
everyone's
I'm pretty sure.
tattoos.
Oh yeah, I got a sun tattoo and it like changed and moved and stuff.
Yeah, it was like color changing.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, and then I got drunk like immediately afterwards.
Uh-huh.
Of course.
Hattie,
As it
I
should
believe
be.
that episode is called Tattoos and Alcoholism.
Oh my god.
And then Teth stole something from you that was like very important to you.
Oh yeah, that did happen, yeah.
Did you ever get that back? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think he did.
Ugh. I think. Oh, you know what? I saw it and I let it happen.
Okay, right.
I remember that. But yeah, we all got tattoos.
What's everyone's tattoo?
Well, Hattie already had two, but she got a daisy.
I think Kai got a sun. I don't remember where it was placed because I did not write it down. And I don't remember if it was like one of the cool ones that did moving, but just I will go back and listen to it and put it in my notes, but Kai has a sun tattoo.
Lezeth's is like right beneath her collarbone, and the little druidic totem necklace that she wears that also has an owl on it rests like right on top of it. And the tattoo is of an owl in the same position with its wings spread. And it's like very intricate, and it's glowing a faint, we'll say green, because it's a mood tattoo. It changes
Ooh.
color with her mood.
Aww.
She's feeling great now.
Green.
She's feeling green.
Green.
Feeling green.
I guess that means like content.
Yeah,
Just trying to think about the different colors of a mood ring.
whatever. It's usually green.
I actually have a tattoo. Levi says. And then she pulls up her sleeve further, and on the inside of her arm, of her, I don't know, like above the elbow, on the inside, you see a little moon which changes phases with the moon.
Oh,
That's so cool.
that's cool. Yeah, Hattie's are sort of like inner elbow too.
Okay. So, is this gonna wrap up soon, or are you gonna keep camping?
Oh no, I mean, I'm done with camping.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're good.
had some crafts. I fell asleep. Yeah.
All right.
Levi,
What were you gonna say?
oh, I was just gonna say Levi falls asleep with the little bird next to her head.
Aww.
All right. So, as this week passes, eventually you all make your way back into the city of Delmount. What are you doing from here?
So I think at this point, Teth is probably going to split from the party fully. So we get, I'll say that she gets at least one horse to pull the thing, because I think at this point, we, like, both of the horses were technically, like, the collective group horses.
Yeah, someone split money to
Yeah,
pay
so
for that.
she'll take Master Blaster, and we'll get real
Oh.
quiet.
Oh
No, not
I
that
feel-
Master.
I feel bad because, like, she's going to be all by herself, so she's got to have Master Blaster to keep her company. And she gives Kai the Trouble booty shorts so that he doesn't just have booty shorts that say double on them.
You gotta switch
Also-
them out.
Teth had, like,
Yeah, oh, he's going to
gold.
hang them up in his house, like, frame them, just,
Oh
like,
my
on the
gosh.
wall.
God, you got like one episode out of those shorts.
Yes, we got one episode of the
Yeah.
Double Trouble booty shorts and no longer. And Kai looks at Levi while he's holding the shorts, and he's like, "It's a long story, but the gist of it is that we had really bitchin' shorts. That's it."
Levi nods along knowingly.
And then I guess we can probably head to Kai's, his abode, and there's like, I'm sure, like, an area for Levi to get cleaned up, and if she needs clothes cleaned, I guess, like, there's probably like a little wash basin and like a little, like, oh shoot, what are those called? The little, like, metal thingies that you scrape your clothes on. A washboard. And Kai can give her, I guess he has some, like, old, like, he pulls out, like, a dress for her to wear that he has in, like, a chest, so while he cleans whatever armor and stuff, so that way she can get all cleaned up and not dirty. It might not fit you, but if it does not, if it's too small, I guess you can borrow something of mine, and if it's too big, then we'll just put a big old belt on it. And then I will get you your stuff back once it's dry.
Thank you. It will probably be gigantic on me because Levi's tiny. But I will be very grateful for that. And then I go get washed up.
And then I guess Kai will just like fill the thing with water. Like, I'm not gonna like role play washing clothes, but you can imagine. Like,
we wash the clothes.
Imagine
And
this
then pour
next
the
30
soap.
this next 30 minutes of this podcast is you
Kai
washing
heats
clothing.
the water in a cauldron over the fire and slowly pours it into the wooden bucket. He drops some soap flakes from a pouch into the water and mixes. I'm not gonna keep going.
Just a fantasy author doing way too much.
Yeah. He rolls up his sleeves once, twice, 3 times, so that they will not fall over his elbows.
Oh, God.
The water like glistens on his hand as he washes.
Yeah. One of his nails is slightly shorter because he cut it off while wood carving by accident.
And his hands are also just like really cut up from sewing.
Yeah, he has beautiful, strong, manly hands with thick, long yellow nails. No, it's. I don't know. I don't think Kai would have like manly hands. They'd probably be pretty thin because of the nature of him being like he sews up and stuff. He doesn't like lift. He doesn't pick things up and put them down. He needs hands for finesse. So he probably has like thin surgeon type hands.
Today's big discovery: Kai has 2 hands.
Oh. Well, while they're doing that, Hattie's gonna like sort of quietly go out to the little garden and just like look at it because it's probably a mess. It's been a while since.
Oh yeah, so the little garden out back probably has like whatever herbs and stuff could be used to make like simple medicines. Because obviously it would be so easy for someone to come and steal a plant for like good expensive medicines. But like, I don't know. I don't think Kai would have hired someone to come and take care of it because he probably wouldn't have thought that they would have been gone that long. So it's definitely just like the plants are going crazy. There's weeds everywhere. Somehow mint has gotten into the little plant pot. So that's just everywhere because mint does not go away. Someone has thrown a tomato in there, but it did not take. We do not know who. It is just rotting in there. Maybe they thought it was like a trash heap and they were like, I'm tired of this tomato. I'm going to throw this out.
Yeah, so
Tired of this tomato.
Hattie sort of just begins to sort of like, as sort of self-meditation, just cleaning the weeds and, and while she's thinking about things and sort of reflecting, she suddenly is like, oh God, I have to check up on Teth already. Like, come on, and sends a message to them, and it's just like, are you doing all right? Are you doing all right on the road? Have you been attacked? Are you, we just want to make sure you're okay. And it's been like an hour, but it's like the mom energy.
Teth is like,
I can't survive on your own.
I stopped at Fantasy Publix for a snack, and then I kept going. I'm sure there's not a Fantasy Publix in this beautifully crafted world. That would just be a slap in the face. Gotta get a Fantasy Pub sub. Fantasy popcorn chicken sub.
There you go.
As Hattie is fixing up the garden, I'm gonna go outside and sit next to her. But I'm going to cast. I don't know how long we're gonna be staying here, but I'm gonna try for 8 hours to cast the spell Plant Growth.
Oh.
And so it will enrich the land if I can cast it over 8 hours. All plants in a half-mile radius centered on a point within range become enriched for 1 year. The plants yield twice the normal amount of food when harvested.
Now if we're here to harvest them.
God. Kai sticks his head out the door and he's like, okay, thank you. I won't distract you, but I'm sure that I can get Tiz to come and like pull weeds and water once a week or something. Because he's already been my mouse babysitter. So I'm sure he wouldn't mind being plant babysitter as well.
You sure? I think they'll just take care of themselves if I can do this.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I appreciate that. I owe you one.
I just nod and go back to my spell.
Sick. Okay. He gets back inside and puts up the clothes to dry and probably gets started on dinner. It is stew and I guess whatever he would have stayed in his cupboard, like chill, probably like rice and maybe some like canned veggies and like water and seasoning to make like a fun stew. And maybe he goes across the street to the blind beholder to like buy some like beef or something to make like a stew. Just something simple.
Okay.
And I guess we can just do dinner and then time skip 8 hours. So
Yeah, I'm gonna be out there until like nightfall.
yeah,
Unless you want to like romantically describe how you cook dinner.
Oh yeah, no, it's like Great British Bake Off. Like it's very like aesthetically like filmed and shot. There's a lot of like sprinkling flour onto the table, even though he's not making bread. But it's just for the like the aesthetic shot. Maybe he like chops up a vegetable like he tosses it in the air and like chops it a couple of times and it comes back down to ice. I don't think that would happen in real life. So with this spell, does Lezeth have to have like her hand on something? Like, does this mean that like she has to get fed food, or can she like, while staring at the plants intently, eat? Because like Kai will feed her, but like I will not guarantee that it's gonna be like a clean feed. Like he might like miss her mouth and like get food on her a little bit.
I don't think. I mean, I don't think she needs to be fed food. No, she can last like 8 hours just sitting there. She'll be late to dinner, but she'll get there.
Yeah,
eventually.
very late for dinner. Like 6 hours late for dinner. But yeah, we can. Okay, I'm gonna say this in character. Hattie, did you let everyone know that we're back in town?
No, I guess I'll do that. I'll my hands are dirty from like gardening, and I'm like, let me wash up first, and I go like wash up, and and I start writing some messages and
a heated moist towelette for your hands.
No.
Okay, that's good because I don't have them.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll send word through the journal to Craven, and I'll ask Craven to send word to oh god, I can't remember her name for some reason. What's her
Alicia?
name?
Jora?
Alicia. To Alicia as well, because I don't feel like sending a message right now. Just tell her that we're safe and back at Delmount.
All right, and he responds in the affirmative. Just, welcome back. I hope everything went well.
Yep. Doodles dead, so that's the most important part.
So, where do we go from here?
I guess it would be best to plan our next move now that we're done with tarot. Hattie, did you write down who's next on the list of people we have to eliminate?
Next was Prince of Claws. But we don't really know much about them. Just that they're doing research in the north.
Okay. And Craven gave us all the information that he could about them, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it is up to us now to figure that out.
Don't even know
Another
their name.
Research time.
We know they're in the northern region. They apparently do research there, but that's all that we know.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the wording on that is they were involved in it, not necessarily that they were doing it.
Okay. So there's... It looks like we could go to... The closest place up north would be Hollowhaven. There's also Maredale and Ice Wraith's Leap if we wanted to. But, I mean, to be honest, it seems like a pretty inefficient way of finding this person just traveling to every city in the north.
I guess we can talk to Craven again, see if there's anything new.
Yeah, maybe
Alicia's gotten something.
Maybe a lead or something that we could research in one of the libraries of the Temple of Ayun.
Maybe I'll head out there tomorrow, I mean. It's
Yeah.
nighttime.
I guess I could open. I'm not really fiending for any haha pun. Actually, I am only down to 200 gold pieces. So I guess I could start opening up my. If we're planning on staying here for a little bit longer, I could open up my clinic again, get some customers, maybe some more money for the road. Yeah. And Levi, if you want a job, you could be my assistant for the time being until you find something else to get you on your feet while we're here.
I think that's a very nice offer. Thank you. I will definitely take you up on that.
Yeah, I can't guarantee like great pay, but you will have like a place to sleep and food, and it's definitely not grueling work. I'll just probably have you drawing out herbs and getting like gauze and band-aids ready, and if I have to like operate on someone, you can just pass me tools. But we don't usually get. Well, we do get the occasional bar fight. Occasional, as in like once every 3 days. But usually they don't get bad enough where I would have to do an extensive operation on someone. But those, like the bad stuff, I won't make you do anything too crazy. Like to hold a beating heart in your hands, or like help deliver like triplets or something. 'Cause that is
I'm really
stressful.
hoping for that.
Oh, well, I don't know anyone who's pregnant with triplets, but maybe if we.
Do you want me to get them?
Not now. But I mean, if we ever do find some cool time traveling powers, we can go back in time to when that did happen, or forward in time to when it will most certainly happen again. Because I'm sure that people will like not stop getting pregnant with more than one child, like at a time.
Oh god. Hattie's just like face down on table. Just like, her flask is empty.
Oh. If you want, I won't keep you here. You can go explore. You can stay. I guess maybe stay in for the night. The snow bog isn't really the safest place to explore in the evening. But tomorrow you can go explore and see some cool stuff, like the temple district and stuff like that.
I can go tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Hey, Kai. What else
Yes.
do you offer for your store, your business?
So I am a physic. I'm not technically endorsed by the health committee here in Delmount, but they tend not to pay attention to this area of the city that much. So I do what I can for the people of the snowball. I try to charge money, but sometimes it comes where like they need it too bad, and then I'll do some stuff for free. But I usually just help with any sicknesses, any healing, magical wise, any operations that might need to happen. I've set quite a few broken bones. I try not to deliver babies because it is not like I would rather that happen in like a actually endorsed physic, just because liabilities wise is not great. But if the need arises, I do that too.
Do you sell any potions or antitoxins or remedies of that sort?
The thing is that my stock is quite limited to what I can grow in my backyard, just because money is tight and I can't really buy fancy ingredients. But I could get you like the most basic healing potion.
I wasn't asking because I need them. I'm asking because I can make some for you.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That would help actually. My stock is quite low actually because I have been out of town for quite some time, and so I'm sure a lot of my things have gone bad. I actually haven't gotten a chance to clean out anything. But yeah, I would really appreciate that.
Okay. And I have some stock of my own that I've been keeping. I had a little
Nice.
garden at home that I kept. It's probably dead by now.
That's the nature of garden, that you don't visit quite some time, I assume.
That, and I lived up in the mountains, so there was snow all the time. It's kind of hard to keep a
True.
garden.
True.
Where did you live again, Lezeth? I don't remember if you said.
Actually not far from the tower that we found ourselves at. I was actually heading from my home to Delmount when I met... I don't remember her name. That tiefling friend of mine that I was traveling with. And she was going to see Elias Fry, and I was going to go with her. Just for help. Just in case.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
that's how I ended up dying by his hand.
I did not write down the tiefling's name, unfortunately. I just wrote tiefling.
I don't remember her name.
Would you like me to look for it?
It's here somewhere. It's probably at the beginning of my notes. Doesn't really matter what her name was. She wasn't really a friend of mine. She was just someone I met on the way. But that's how I ran into Elias Fry, and I ended up at the tower. Because my home is not far away, and I was going to Delmount. But I live up in the mountains in a little cabin, shack, something in between.
Oh, it sounds cozy.
Sounds peaceful.
It's very peaceful. That's where I received my vision from the Wild Mother.
Yeah, we probably want to talk about that more.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. I might have written it down. Oh, yeah, but I didn't write down, like, important details.
Me too.
Rift in snow with monsters. Hasn't happened yet. That was it.
It's a rift to the Beastlands that she showed me. And I don't know if Levi would know anything about what I'm talking about, because it's technically a rift that isn't supposed to exist, or it hasn't been discovered yet. I don't know if it hasn't
Levi?
happened yet, or if it just hasn't been found.
Levi does do research. So would Levi know anything about this?
I think one of the things that we talked about was like she was going out to like look for the ones that hadn't been discovered yet. So you hear that and it's like, whoa, someone that I know just had a vision of a rift that hasn't been discovered yet, and that's exactly what I'm looking for.
So, Lezeth, this rift, do you know where it is? Or close to maybe where it is?
I have no idea where it is, or where it might be. On our way to Delmount, on our way up to the tower even, I was trying to ask some of the local wildlife if there was any part of the forest or part of the mountains that they avoided that seemed strange, that seemed more wild than most. But I couldn't get anything out of them. The only thing I got was... let me find it in my notes. Was, a deer told me that past the Bone Spire mountain range, the forest is dangerous due to human and predator activity. And it's on the opposite side of the mountain. It's on the opposite side of the mountains from where we are. It would be a long journey to go all the way around.
Well, if we're going north anyways, it might be good to look into it.
Yeah, and we are no strangers to long journeys.
Which is why I thought I would do that thing in your garden. Just who knows how long we'll be on this journey.
That's true.
And that's good for up to a year.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess like 9 months in, we might want to like start turning back, but hopefully we don't get 9 months in.
Hopefully.
Because
you never know.
Yeah, would hate to lose my credibility with the locals. What time is it now? It's after we did the thing with the plant, so it'd be morning, right?
It can be.
I don't know if I'm sitting outside and having this conversation with you through the open door, or...
I'm sure that I would have we probably would have circled around you while this is happening, just so that it's not like we're just yelling at you down an alley like, hey, what do you think? Tell us your backstory.
We had dinner in a garden. There you go. You know, we're hanging out.
All right. So as we're getting a little closer to time here, is there anything that y'all wanted to do? Any people you wanted to talk to? As you're getting back into town? So I know Kai has a hot date later.
Oh, true. I asked Yora out.
A water date.
Oh my god, yes. There's that. Oh my god, I completely forgot. What? Oh god, now I'm conflicted because I was just gonna say I would probably open up the place for business. I guess what would be the word be? Clinic for business, just to try to make some money before we leave. But now I kind of want to go on this date. Okay, you know what? Okay,
we can stay here for a few weeks.
That's true.
Yeah,
If
that's
open
true.
up the business, then
Yeah, I think so. I think Kai would probably want to open up first, just because he has his priorities in order. Like the most important thing right now is making sure that he keeps up a rapport with the other people, his local clients and stuff like that. And he'll probably try to schedule the date for sometime in the next few weeks, just so that I don't want him to be shirking his duties. Obviously he'd be excited to go out on a date, but he would be this is the most important thing to him right now because he needs money to do stuff.
Okay.
So
the two of you agree to meet in a few weeks after she gets done with one of her swordsmanship classes at the blacksmith shop. And we can do this now, or we can do this in the next episode. Up to you.
I think next episode, just because we're getting close to time.
Yeah, so we have a little bit more breathing room for that. All right. So, with plans to hang out for a few weeks, do some fundraising and a little bit of research, I think that is where we are going to go ahead and end this session. Hello everybody, I'm your Dungeon Master, Gabrielle, and I just want to say thank you so much for listening to this episode of Use Your Imagination. You can follow the show at Dungeons and Doodles on Twitter. Don't forget to visit our website, dungeonsanddoodles.weebly.com, to find more information about the show, the hosts, and where you can access transcripts for past and future episodes. You can stream Use Your Imagination on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Podbean. If you'd like to support the series, make sure to leave us a review on iTunes. Again, thank you. I hope you'll be joining us next time.